Hey everybody, Gnome here, Server X160, the best in the West, proud member of Arkham Asylum, the #1 guild in the whole world. You got it. Hey, I wanted to make a follow-up video for Female Headless Knight because she's like probably my favorite champion right now, and I want to give you a little bit of a demo. And I figure what better place to do it than the Guardian Arena, and this is the last day of it, so let's party a little bit here. Now I'm going to be punching down, I'm going to be punching up, there's going to be a lot of stuff, so bear with me on it. So here's the team lineup I got. This is an amazing team setup. It works incredibly, and this is on the Grawl account, by the way. So here we go, we're on single speed. I'll kind of give you some play-by-plays. First of all, thing about Female Headless is that she can prevent people from dying. She soaks up lethal damage. That is such a good ability. I think the only things that overcome that is Male Soulkeeper and the Count Execute. But other than that, she, after her ultimate as well, it heals your team for a percentage of the damage dealt overall. So that's fantastic. Okay, we got Murderous here. This is perfect. So it's not a huge discrepancy in power. Murderous is using the new Dawn Feather. The rest of the team looks pretty meta to me. I've been making a big case to put your Void Guardian in your team 2 and your Headless, your Female Headless in your team 1, because let me show you. And remember, her active will dispel people and do a lot of strength damage, but I don't think I have brutal on her. So bam, we're getting heals and the dispels from the Revenant. The Count, my team is mostly under control right now, but my Queen of Frost is in the back lines right now, just completely keeping the enemy stunned. They're taking more damage. Any health lost, they're taking extra damage. Uh-oh, the tides might turn. Their Count, and then my Queen of Frost is like, oh, she just got healed up by Fate's active. Now we got a little bit of, okay, and it's slowing down here. But I just want to point out that look at my team. Everybody's alive. Everybody's accounted for. No pun intended with that. So here goes her ultimate again. My count is really low. He could die right here, actually. Yep. Oh, nope. He didn't take one of the 2 projectiles from the enemy Guardians team. All right, but here my count comes in. He's ready to battle. Oh, so my Queen of Frost was executed. My Female Headless was executed, and we kind of got a 2v3 here. Their Fate is still up. Their Count is just going to town here, like really wrecking havoc on my Revenant. But we just got a Fear, and there's the execute. Boom! Oh, the Count's one of my favorite champions in the game. There's the active that finishes off Fate as she tries to run away. So I gotta say, one of the counters to Female Headless is the Count and Male Soulkeeper. So let's do Esmas. I'm going with the Dawn Feather. Other than that, pretty meta here. Alright, so we're paying attention to the Dawn. So she's gonna come in. Female Revenant removes her Bulko, but she didn't have it. She's getting kind of low health here, so her passive might kick in if she gets below, I think, 20%. Oh, and there was Fate. She did the Swaparoo. Okay, here goes the ultimate. Now I gain control of the battlefield. So look at all the people that just went really low that they're still alive because of the Female Headless's ult. And just like that, the tides are turned. The complete enemy team is, my team was full health by the end. That was incredible. What a great battle for this. Smoss, way to go, dude. I'm pleased with that battle. In fact, I want to take you on again, just to give it another shot. I'm going to change a couple things up here, though. I'm going to put Female Headless as my P1. I'm going to put Count on the bottom here. And then I'm going to put Queen of Frost in the P2 position. And let me explain my rationale for that. His count is going to use his active, and it goes through immunity, control to immunity. And so what I'm trying to prevent is my count from getting hit by that, and my Queen of Frost. For her active, she'll get in the enemy back lines before their count is going to be, feasible with his active. So let's check it out. Here we go. This should be a great battle. I just changed up the lineup. You'll see how important positioning is. So all of our counts are loading their actives. Their shoot off. I hit their champ in the back. They hit a couple of mine, but my count was not included, so he was allowed to use his guardian ability sooner. My fate keeps the team up if anyone takes any lethal damage. You could see this went much smoother for me just due to positioning on this battle. And again, Smoss has a great team. Like, he doing well in the Luxus, really a great player. So, female Headless is just my favorite. Now check this out. I loaded her up to 900, level 900. She's in my sanctuary. And because of that, and she's a normal champ in my sanctuary, you can link a Bloodcraft to her. So consider that. That's another perk that she has. I guess that doesn't matter in this because it caps everybody at level 700 here. But, yeah, let's look at this damage. Count right there with the Queen of Frost, right there with the Revenant. That tells you that it's a balanced team, that if one of those champs is to fall out, you still have two other viable damage dealers. Look at my support, the healing from the Fate. Look at the damage absorbed just by pretty equal from the whole team. And then let's look at Smoss's team. You got Revenant holding the charge with the Fate actually doing a ton there. I don't think I have as many skill books on my Fate in this team. Let's do some more battles. Balluna, she's got a great team too. She's doing amazing in this Guardian. She's using Flamma, so I want to show you some of my anti-Flamma going on here. Okay, so the counts are against each other on the bottom this time. They both get off their actives only to fear like one or two, or maybe just themselves. So I dispelled their buffs. Oh, my count goes in. Check this out. He's about to boom. And you get the tombstone from the Revenant, just sealing people's fate there. Quickly takes out their count. My whole team now. Oh, my Revenant went down. It looks like she must have been executed or something, because normally the female Headless would support that and not let her go down. Okay, we're having some difficulty here with Flamma Bane, maybe because I don't have my Revenant. But if you remember, Count's ultimate prevents healing, so that's going to be helpful right here, just so that we can kind of bully him down. I don't have traits really done on this team yet, so that's coming up. Ooh, getting a call. All right, so really good battle. That Flamma Bane is 20 star, so I really want to do that on this team as well. And look at the damage that he had, equal to the count just from lasting. Yeah, so the count must have executed my Revenant. There's no other explanation. You'll see the damage, because my Revenant was out, my two other damage dealers held down the fort. So beautiful battle. Let's go Cebulosu, just because I need some of those rank points. Cebulosu's going with the Dawn Feather. Great player also. I fight Seb with my Gnome account, and I can't tackle him. So notice where, because we have our counts in different places, my Headless is going to be feared, but that's okay because her passive is still active if anyone takes lethal damage. And that's what I wanted. I wanted my count to be able to use his Guardian ability and not get feared. And that's kind of what I'm accomplishing with this lineup that you can see. I kind of just have my Fate sit at the outskirts of the battle. Let's look here. Queen of Frost is mutilating in that battle because she's kind of an early champ. I think I might have Plume Dance on her right now. Asylum Malo. Let's go, Malo. Let's go, Malo. Let's go. Okay, notice their count in the P1, mine in the P3. So my Headless is going to get feared. My Queen of Frost is going to take off. My Revenant's going to get feared. So I might actually replace my Revenant and put her in the P5 position to maybe avoid some of those counts. Whoa, my Headless went down. She got probably executed. Counts in a lot of teams, so that's a major downturn for having Headless in your T1. But you can see if you do it correctly, there's a lot of great benefits. Okay. Here, let's try to take on someone that's a bit above us. Let's punch up. So this is King Bradley going with the meta. Has the count in the middle, so that's a little different than what we're expecting. The problem is that I want my... Okay, I'm going to let count get feared. Hopefully my Headless gets the Revenant's Bulko remover. I didn't see what the enemy had for sprites. But let's check this out. This is going to be a good one. So my Revenant's able to fear a ton of people. Nope, because the Fate prevented it with the Guardian. But now I did get my my count to fear the whole team, and it didn't matter if they were immune. So their Dawn Feather is zipping around in my back lines, really annoying me. But I got their whole team bunched up, so my Revenant right now is really gaining some damage because she's hitting the whole... Oh, we just got a Fate swap. Someone's low. Let's look what happens with the count. Here he goes. Oh, boom! 2 enemies down from that. My Headless prevented him from going down. Now it's a 5v3. I just took out another one, and the dominoes just tumbled down. We got the Revenant's Headstone in there. And all of this is because Headless. And it frees up my Void Guardian. So Void Guardian is good on Team 1. Their Fate got a swap on my count, but it didn't even matter. And female Headless protects from people that are getting swapped onto. So let me quickly run to my... let's go to the female Headless real quick to get a little review. Sorry, I just jumped right into the arena because I was so excited. So remember, on her abilities, she's got Soul Protector as her passive. While alive, she takes fatal damage on behalf of allies. That doesn't matter if she's crowd controlled at all, and that's a huge benefit. Gains 1 soul energy stack for every 35% constitution lost by all units on the battlefield. I don't know if that's working. If it is, she should be at 9 stacks like most of the battle. When her constitution falls below 20%, consumes all soul energy to gain temporary invincibility. I have seen that, I believe. So, which is nice because it just prevents her from falling more. Each stack permanently increases max constitution by 32% and restores 5.3% of the enhanced max constitution. So she gets a heal when she drops below 20%. She gets a max con increase, and it can happen every 30 seconds. So the longer the battle goes on, the just beefier she's going to get, which is awesome. Dreadful Blade, this is her only strength scaling ability. Deals 1,139 strength damage to enemies in a cone-shaped area and dispels all their buffs, which is awesome. So no female Selphos, no female Lionstone. There's actually a lot of buffs in the game that are dispellable, and she gets rid of it, preventing them from gaining buffs for the next 8 seconds as well. So she slows down the battle a little bit, which is the point because she needs to use her ult. Her ult is Lantern Holder, summons a Soul Lantern, granting all allies death immunity for 8 seconds and increasing their damage by 13%. And the reason why she increases their damage is because at the end of the effect of the 8 seconds, each ally restores constitution equal to 8.5% of the total damage dealt during the duration. So I think it's by your whole team. So the more damage your team can do during that duration where they're not dying, the more they're going to get a big old heal at the end of it, which is beautiful. It's nice to see that heal. It kind of just brings your team from all being almost zero to boom, right back into the battle. So another thing you can do with her is combine her with more crowd control. So it slows down the battle more. And then let's look at her from my perspective here on Graal's account. So I put her in the Divine Sanctuary. I have 120 Vigor on her. For her equipment, she does have some... Ooh, sorry. That's my 15-minute timer, so I don't run too long. You all know I'm long-winded. So level 900. This is not advanced by sprites. Remember, they just changed that. She's got 1,130,000,000 health, which is awesome. She's got 36 million strength. Strength doesn't matter on her, but having a little bit is nice if you're going to want to put a steadfast on her or a barrier for just so she survives. I've thought about that build with her too, but my idea is just you want her to use her ultimate as quick as possible. So, oh my goodness, she doesn't have any traits. She's going to be 10 times better after I trade her. Oh, she does have a level 22 energetic, which I suggest, so that she can, when her passive goes off and she gains more energy based off her maximum, she has that energetic. So let's go over some possible traits here. Energy regeneration, you want her to use her ultimate as soon as possible. That, I think, is a mandatory one. If you can go focused, if you have her teamed up with the Revenant. The Revenant dispels the enemy's Bulko on her, so she's able to use her ultimate sooner. So I'm going to go focused, energy regen, energetic, and then maybe a steadfast just for some more protection. That you could possibly go loyal, so you add some more armor defense to her, so just she has longer survivability. You can add another good one's resilient, which is the Devela trait. Whenever she drops below 20% con, she gets, or whenever she drops below 30%, she gets this big heal. So based off her max con, which goes up as the battle goes on. So, oh my goodness, I'm going to trait her up, and I might do a follow-up video because she's just so good. I'm really pushing the female headless. I hope she becomes in the new meta. She's a normal champion. She's got the dark insight aspect, which is real popular, so it's easy to kind of team her up for some aspect bonuses on your team. Her combat adaptation is amazing. If the enemies and you are the same, she gets damage bonus, which doesn't really matter. But when the enemies are more than you, when you are more than the enemies, then she gets a damage reduction, which is really helpful for her just survivability. You could put an honorable on her, that's a possibility too, but I think I have her damage reduction pretty well maximized. So anyhow, that's the follow-up, that's the revisit for the female headless. Hopefully you like this video. I kept it nice and short. Please like, please subscribe. Help me get some more benefits so I can add more to my content. And thanks so much for being here with me. Have a great rest of your week. Later.